Hello everyone and welcome back to another week of Taekwondo. I hope you have had a lovely start to the week. Hopefully you will get to enjoy the rest of it. The weather outside is looking lovely, so hopefully you get to get out in the garden and have a bit of a run around and enjoy the sun. As always guys, please make sure you have a nice clear safe space to be taking part in. Grab yourself a drink and we're going to get ourselves started. Heels together, arms to the side. Chariot, kungi. Okay, nice and light, jogging on the spot. Side to side. Good, front and back. Good, knees up. Heels up at the back. Sit. Heels are coming right up. Okay, good. Hands nice and high above your head. Go side to side. Good. Both hands out in front. Nice and loose. A little bit faster. Higher. Okay, both hands on your hips. Nice big circles, off we go. Good, change direction. Okay, and shot. Okay, take a seat, bring your feet in towards, we're going to grab our toes, chest is coming down 3 times, hold and repeat. So remember when we do this stretch, make sure feet come in, make sure you take both hands and we grab our toes. Everybody should know how to do this exercise. Remember, it is your chest that's coming down towards your feet, not your forehead. We don't want to do this. You'll put a lot of strain on the back of your neck and over time it will start to get sore. So keep your chin up and try and bring your chest as far down towards your legs as you can. Ready? Off you go. So try and make sure we're making the effort to go deeper and deeper with every stretch. Last one. Okay, very good. Take your hands, grab your ankles, elbows on our knees, pushing our knees down towards the floor. See, jump. Okay, both legs out in front. Go out nice and wide into your side stretch. Whenever we do this exercise, guys, make sure you are going to your maximum. There is no point sitting comfortably. Whenever we stretch, you are supposed to put yourself in a bit of an uncomfortable position. It should be painful, but it should be uncomfortable. That's how you know that you're going to get the most out of your stretch. So make sure you're pushing your legs as wide as they can go. If you haven't done this before for a very long time, take one hand, put it underneath, lift it up so that you can get your feet slightly further wide, and that way we can make sure that we're always training at our maximum. We're going to go down to the left, to the right, and into the middle. See, jump. Excellent. Okay, if you bring your feet in, shake them off, Bring your legs in, cross those legs, hands in front. We're going to go through our meditation now. So I know we've been doing this at home, which is fantastic to see. Obviously we do this at the beginning, at the end of every class. We're also now going to do this at the end of every class as part of our cool down, as well as our warm up. So get yourself comfortable. We're going to go for 1 minute. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1. Off you go. And relax. Very well done. Now, stand up. Straight back into our attention stance. Well done. Now, that is the first part of our class done. So that is your warm-up and your meditation. Grab yourself a drink, get yourself ready. We're going to go into our core kicks. Last week we were looking at some strength exercises. The week before that we were looking at some stretching exercises. Now this week we're going to carry on from what we did last week, and we're going to do a few more strength exercises to help our leg control, as well as our ability to be able to hold our leg out. It's going to make your legs stronger, which means you're going to be able to perform your techniques easier because you'll feel more comfortable, you'll have more control over your legs. So we're also going to double up today, and we're going to be looking at some balance exercises. As you well know, all of our kicks require us to be able to balance on one leg, so it's very important that you feel comfortable standing on either leg, being able to kick with either leg, and not feel like you're going to wobble or fall over. So we're going to do some balance exercises as well as some strength exercises today to help with both of those things. So quick drink, let's go. Now, first exercise we're going to do is going to require us to be up against the wall again. So just like last week, please make sure you've got a nice surface here, something that you can rest on to take your weight and make life a little bit easier for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with an exercise where we're going to perform a low turning kick. You're then going to lift your leg as high as you can go, and then you're going to perform a high turning kick, and that's going to be 1 repetition. So it's going to look like this. You're going to come and put hand on the wall for balance. You're going to turn the toes in towards the wall to open up your hips. We're going to come up into our chamber position. We're going to turn and kick low. 1. You're going to hold the leg here, and you're going to go as high as you can go. Chamber, turn and kick high, and then we're going to come down. That's going to be 1 repetition. So turn and kick low, hold the leg, go as high as you can go. Chamber, turn and kick 2, or high kick. And then we're going to bring the leg down. What we're going to aim for is we're going to do 10 repetitions on either leg. So get yourself started, hand on the wall, turn those feet in, get yourself ready, up into our chamber position, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Low kick, raise, chamber, high kick, and down. Chamber, low kick, raise, chamber, high kick, and down. Chamber, low, up, 2. Very good. Low, raise, high, and down. Low, raise, high, and down. Low, raise, high, and back. 2 more. Low, raise, and high. Last 1. Low, raise, and high. Very good. Now we're just going to swap legs, and we're going to do 10 repetitions of the same thing on the other leg. So turn the other way, turn your foot in, hand on the wall, chamber, ready, low, raise, high, low, raise, high, low, raise, high. That's 3. Number 4, low, raise, high. 5, low, raise, high. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Really good work, guys. Very well done. Now for our second exercise, we're going to be performing turning kicks. And to be specific, we're going to be performing 5 turning kicks quickly and then holding the 5th one for a couple of seconds before we put the foot down. Now, the idea is we want to start nice and low, and with each kick we want to get slightly higher until the 5th one is at our maximum. Now that's important, so what I would recommend is before we start, I would recommend putting one hand on the wall, and I would recommend seeing how high you can perform your turning kick. That is going to give you your maximum, and that's going to be your target. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th one wants to be as the highest one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do 5. We'll do 10 repetitions on each leg to make sure that we're getting a nice, good workout. So what's going to happen is you're going to come and put one hand on the wall, turn those toes in towards the wall to open up our hips, and we're going to come up into our chamber position. Now you're going to perform 5 turning kicks, and then you're going to hold the 5th one, so it'll look like this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for a couple of seconds, and then we come down. Now ideally, we want to do this nice and fast for the first 5, and then hold that last one nice and strong. If you're going to find it difficult to do these nice and fast, do them slowly. There's nothing wrong with that. You will get an equally good workout. It just means that you'll be focusing a little bit more on your balancing and strength rather than the speed of your kicks, but that's absolutely fine. The speed will come when you feel comfortable inside of that position. So, one hand on the wall, turn those toes in, chamber up. We're going to go 5 turning kicks, hold on the 5th, get yourself ready, off you go. Go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Swap your feet, same thing, other leg. So turn one foot in, chamber up, 5 kicks, hold on the 5th. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and relax. Really well done, guys, excellent work. Okay, we're now going to move on to our first balance exercise. Now, all of these exercises are, in order to help improve your balance, means we have to come away from the wall. The wall here, when you put your hand on, it's supporting all of your weight, it's taking the balance part of that equation out for you, so you don't have to worry so much. However, like I said at the beginning, as a Taekwondo practitioner, balance is very important to us because we have to be able to balance on one leg to perform any of our kicks. So from what we're going to do now is, for the next few exercises, they're going to be focused solely on getting and improving your balance in a number of different positions. We're going to start with an exercise that is not specific to Taekwondo, but it is a very good exercise to help improve balance on both of your legs. And how this exercise is going to work is I'm going to turn sideways for you so that you can see nice and clearly. We're going to need to balance on one leg. But what's going to happen is both arms are going to come down as if I'm touching the floor, and my other leg is going to go out until it's nice and straight. So the exercise is going to look like this. So I'm going to start standing up. I'm going to bring both hands out, and I'm very slowly just going to start leaning forward, trying to make sure that my body is nice and straight until I get to about here. This means that my back leg is nice and straight, my body should be nice and straight, and I should be feeling a stretch running down the back of my hamstrings. I'm going to stay here for 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to slowly come back. That is going to help improve the balance on whichever leg is doing the exercise. What we're going to aim to do is we're going to do 10 repetitions on each leg. I will tell you as we're going along so you don't have to worry. Now, what I will say is if you find this difficult and if you're not at the stage where you can do this without wobbling or falling over, come and stand next to a wall and do exactly the same thing. But if you need to, you've always got the wall there for you. So what I would recommend is stand here, do the same exercise, but you can keep one hand here if you need to. So if you feel like you're going to lose your balance, you can always put that hand on the wall, regain your balance, and then try and come back down. And then if you lose that balance, you can always put that hand back on the wall again to help with the exercise. So 2 versions of doing it. Ideally, challenge yourself. Try and do this without the wall. If you're not quite there, come and stand next to a wall, the back of a sofa, something that you can hold on to if you feel like you're going to lose your balance. So get yourself ready. We are going to do 10 repetitions on each leg, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Now the key is not to rush. Come nice and slow so that you can maintain your balance. Come back up, swap the leg, same thing, other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, so that was 5 on each leg, guys. We're going to go for another 10 more. Keep going, we're doing really well. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, last few, 18, last 2, 19, final 1, 20. So really good work there, guys. Whether you did that exercise with one hand against the wall or you did it completely without a hand on the wall, really well done. That, like I said, will help improve the balance in both of your legs, and it doubles up as a nice string at the back, a stretch for the back of your hamstrings. So it does 2 in 1. So really well done. Grab yourself a quick drink. We're going to go straight into our next exercise. Now, our next exercise is designed to help improve your balance while in your chamber position. Now, those of you that have been doing Taekwondo for some time now, you will know when I say chamber position that I mean this position here. This is our chamber. It allows us to kick multiple ways, and Very important that we feel comfortable in that position. Don't feel any loss of balance. Don't feel like you're wobbling, or you can only hold that position for a few seconds before you need to put the foot down. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an exercise where you have to hold that chamber position. Now, ideally, like I said before, we're going to come away from the wall to do these exercises because I'd like you to challenge yourself. If you're constantly on the wall and you're taking all of the weight is being taken by the wall, then we're really never going to improve our balance. So it is important that at some point, when you feel comfortable, you step away from that wall and start doing these exercises without having to balance on anything. That's going to start engaging your legs as well as your core to keep you upright and keep you balanced and keep you nice and equal so you're not falling over. So what we're going to do with this exercise is you're going to come up into your chamber position here, and we have to stay in this position. Now, while we stay in this position, we're going to throw 2 punches. So from here, when I say, you're going to go 1, 2. And the idea is to try and fire them nice and fast while still maintaining that balance of your chamber position. What we're going to do is we're going to do 10 double punches on one foot, and then I will swap and we'll do 10 on the other leg to make sure that we're getting a nice balanced workout on both legs. So one leg up, guard is up as always, and what we're going to do is we're going to go double punches. We're going to do 10 double punches, and then we'll swap the foot. Get yourself ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Foot down, swap over, guard up. Same thing, 10 double punches. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very well done. Now, if at any point you felt like you were losing your balance, it's perfectly acceptable to, if you're here and you're, put the foot down. Remember what number you were on, pick your foot back up, and just carry on from where you were. It is not a problem, guys, if you feel like you're not at the stage where you can stay there for the whole 10 punches. Feel free to put the foot down, but most importantly, whenever you are doing the punches, we do have to make sure that we are in this position so that we get the benefits of the exercise. So really well done. Grab yourself a quick drink, and we're going to go into our next exercise. Now, the next exercise that we're going to do is going to focus on improving your balance while performing a front snap kick as well as a back kick. So you would have done this in your class whenever we do your core kicks. You would have done front kick to back kick with repetitions, and you would have been in this position here. You would have gone 1, 2. We're going to do something very similar, but that exercise or that drill is to help improve your technique and your kicks. The exercise that we're going to do is focused on improving your balance. So we have to make sure that we are working a little bit slower and taking our time to maintain our balance, and very important to engage these muscles, to squeeze them and contract them to make sure that you're staying upright. So we're going to do that same drill. We're just going to do it nice and slowly for the benefits of our balance rather than the benefits of our technique and our kicks. So from this position here, you're going to lift that knee up nice and high. Remember, we're coming up to hip height. You're going to go for your front snap kick. You're going to re-chamber. You're going to maintain that balance. We're going to lean forward. You're going to do your back kick, and then we're going to come back. Now, that's the speed that I would like you to do this exercise. What we don't want to be doing is this, where you're just going and you're just throwing your feet out as fast as you can. That's not going to help improve your balance. If anything, because it's nice and wild, it's actually going to put you off balance, which is going to be the opposite of what we're trying to improve. So go nice and slowly for me. Once again, we're going to do 10 repetitions, 10 on each leg. The key here, go nice and slowly. Make sure you maintain your balance. Again, if you're finding this one difficult, do it near a wall so that if you're here and you're performing the back kick and you feel like you're wobbling, you can always just put that back hand on the wall again, regain your balance, and then go again. If you lose it, put the hand on, regain, let go, perform the technique, hand on, and then come and start again. Very important, guys, for those of us that are not quite where we want to be and you are using the wall, it's fine if you're using that wall to hold if you feel like you're falling, but you don't want to have one hand on the wall while you're doing the exercise, because that way we're not going to be getting the benefits of our balance. So absolutely fine for you to have something there just in case, but ideally we want to make sure we're doing this exercise without anything to take our weight, so that our body is being forced to improve its balance and keep ourselves upright. So we're going to go front snap kick to back kick. You can have your arms out here to the side if it's going to help improve your balance, and we're going to go 10 repetitions. Ready? Remember, we're going to go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Swap your feet. So one leg down, other leg up, same thing, other leg, making sure we're going nice and slowly. Off you go. Two. Now, as you can see, one leg for me is a lot stronger than the other one. That's probably going to be the same for you. So take your time, guys. Use the wall if you have to. Make sure that you are keeping that balance to ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. And relax. Really well done, guys. Excellent work. Okay, now to finish off with our strength and balance that we've just been focusing on, we're going to play a very quick game. And how it's going to work is I'm going to ask you to balance out in this position. And then I'm going to give you a few instructions. So it might be touch your nose, might be touch your head, might be touch your shoulder, might be come all the way down to the floor while maintaining your balance, might be perform a front snap kick, might be perform a back kick, so on and so forth. But the key here is that you are trying to maintain your balance. I'm not interested in how quick you're doing it or how quickly you're kicking or all of that. The idea is to maintain our balance, and if you can do that for the full duration, fantastic. If you can't, it's not a problem. Just go as far as you can go. If you lose that balance, try and regain it. If you can't, if you're going to fall over, that's fine. Stop, reset, and just go again. As with all things, guys, if it's something that we want to improve, we have to be willing to put the work in, and we have to be willing to do the repetitions and repeat and practice to make sure that we get to where we want to be. So no problem if you're falling over. Go from where you left off and try and carry on as best as you can for me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the same exercises or the same routine, and we'll swap halfway through to make sure that we're doing it on both legs. So don't mind which leg you want to bring up. Start with whichever one you fancy. The knee is going to come up, hands are going to come out to here, okay, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're going to touch your nose and come back out with the other hand. Very good. Both hands touch the head. Excellent. Come back. Go opposite shoulder and back, opposite shoulder and back. Very good. Now we're going to lean forward like we did at the beginning when we did our exercise. Remember what we did if you were here? Use your leg to maintain your balance as we come down towards the floor. You're going to hold 1, 2, 3, come back up. Final bit now, we're going to go front kick. Last one, back kick, and come back. Really well done. Put the foot down, shake it off. Same thing, other leg. So leg up, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, touch the nose, and back, other hand, and back. Both hands touch the head. Opposite shoulder. Okay, ready? We're going to go down to the floor again. So hold that leg balance, use this leg. Coming down, go nice and slow if you have to, maintain your balance till you get to as far as you can go. 1, 2, 3, come back up. Final bit now, front kick, hold, back kick, and come back. You can put the foot down, guys. Really well done, especially if you manage to do the full routine without losing your balance, putting that foot down. Excellent work. Grab yourself a quick drink. We're going to go into the next part of our class. Okay, now for our combination part of our class this week, we are going to try and incorporate a little bit of footwork into our combinations. And the footwork is going to be very simple. It's simply going to be one step to the side after we finish our combination. The combination, in order to allow you to focus on your footwork, is going to stay very simple, and it's simply going to be jab, cross, jab, cross. Now, the combination of the hands, like I said, is very simple because I'd like you to focus on the footwork. And how the footwork is going to work is we are going to start sideways. So if I'm standing here, I'm going to do my combination. And once I've finished my 1, 2, 1, 2, my back leg is going to take a step this way so that my body is going to turn at an angle. And it's going to go a little bit like this. So if you're nice and light on the bounce, guard is up, we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. When this hand comes back, I take a step to the side. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if you notice, I started on this side facing this way, and then I slowly took one step back, took another step, and then my final step got me to the other side. Now, if you have a look at the footwork, guys, footwork is very simple. Back leg simply takes one step here, and then we're ready for the combination. Take another step here, take another step here, and then take a final step here. We will start on one side, jab, cross, step. Jab, cross, step. I will be giving you instructions as we go along, so you know exactly when to step. And then what we do is when we get to the other side, we're going to switch our stance and we're going to work our way back. So from this position here, guard is up, nice and light on the bounce. And remember, we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, step. Making sure that the guard stays up, that we don't drop our hands, and that we are still nice and light on the bounce. Okay, so get yourselves ready. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Switch your stance. Okay, ready? We're going to go all the way back. So the back leg, remember, is now going to step this way instead. Okay, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Very good. What we're going to do is we're going to go back once more, and then we're going to come back one final time. So swap your stance. Guard is up, nice and light on the bounce. Now that you've got a feel for it, guys, we're going to try and go a little bit quicker now so that it gets a little bit more up to what we call realistic, so that you're working at a speed that you might have to when you are sparring, and it becomes a little bit more realistic that way. So guard is up, ready, 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Switch your stance. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Really good work, guys. Very well done. Grab yourself a quick drink. We're going to do the same thing, but for a slightly different combination next. Now, final exercise that we're going to do is we're going to change the combination, but we're going to do the exact same drill, moving in a semicircle to one side, switching our stance and moving back in a semicircle the other way. The only difference is that the combination this time is simply going to be jab, cross, hook. And the reason we're going to use a hook is because a hook requires your body to rotate. Now this rotation, if you notice, is turning me this way, which makes it very simple for this back leg to follow with the rotation of my body and step every time I do the hook. So if I show you from this position, if you're going 1, 2, as you wind up and you come to turn, you're just going to turn the back leg to go with you. So we will go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be our combination, but this time you're going to be stepping as you're firing your hook, following the natural rotation of our body. So, get yourself ready, guard is up, same thing, we're going to work our way there, switch our stance and work our way back. We will do the first two nice and slowly, we'll do the second two a little bit faster so that we can get up to normal speed. Ready, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Jab, cross, hook. 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 Very good. Switch your stance. Same thing. Now we're going to go back, other way round. Jab, cross, hook. And remember, you're turning with the hook. Guard is up. 3, 2, 1. Jab, cross, hook. 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 Same thing, switch your stance, and we're going back. Ready, a little bit faster this time. 3, 2, 1. Jab, cross, hook. 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 Very good. Last one, switch your stance, and we're going back. 3, 2, 1. Jab, cross, hook. 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 And you can relax there, guys. Really well done. The emphasis of that exercise was for you to get used to, if you've got your opponent in front of you and they take a step to the side, how easy it is for you to continue throwing your combinations and just working your footwork into those combinations so that you're not just working in a straight line back and forth this way, that we are actually slowly starting to peel, create different angles, and start thinking about our sparring, not just in a one straight line, but also how we can move around in a circle or move step to the side to create angles for our opponents to find a little bit more difficult to defend and for ourselves to find a little bit easier to get our points and to attack. So really well done. Okay, very well done. Now, if you have been taking part in all parts of the class and you've been giving it 100%, you should feel a little bit sweaty like myself. If you've been working hard, your muscle groups will be lighting up, which is excellent. Very well done in taking part. We are now, like I said at the beginning, we're just gonna, what we do is a cool down. We did a warm up at the beginning of the class to get your heart rate up. But now that we've been taking part and we've been active for a good half an hour to 40 minutes, it's very important that we cool down, we bring our heart rate down, and we will finish with our meditation. So if everybody takes a seat on the floor, you're going to go out nice and wide into your side stretch, but we're going to do this as a what's called a static stretch rather than a dynamic stretch. And the difference for that is simply, rather than going 1, 2, 3 and hold, which we do at the beginning of the class, where your muscles haven't warmed up very much and they're still quite tight, hence why we go 1, 2, 3, because you're stretching them. Now that you've been active for a good amount of time, your muscles will all be nice and relaxed and nice and warm. We do what's called a static stretch. And a static stretch simply means you're going to go as far as you can possibly go, and we're going to try and hold that position for a good 10 seconds. Then we're going to move over to the other leg, go as far as you can go and hold it for 10 seconds. And then we're going to come into the middle as far as you can go, and we're going to hold that position for 10 seconds. We're only going to do a side stretch. So get yourself ready. We're going to go down to your left in 3, 2, 1, off you go. So we're going to go down, go as far as you can go, and we're going to count down from 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Move over to the other leg. Again, stretch as far as you can possibly stretch and hold that position. We're going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Both hands into the middle. Again, when you're doing this one, you've got to imagine that somebody's grabbed your hands and they're pulling you forward. That's the idea I want you to have in your head, as if you're trying to touch something that's in front of you and you're really reaching as far as you can go. Try and make sure you're reaching as far as you can go. We're going to go for 10 seconds again, so get yourself ready. Off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Bring your feet in, shake them off, cross your legs, hands in front. Now, just to finish off our class, we're going to do our 60 seconds of meditation, just like we did at the beginning, to make sure that that focus and concentration we had when we started our class, we can leave. And now that if you need to go off and do any other work, or if you want to go and have some fun or help mum and dad around the house, you can do that, but you'll be nice with a clear mind and nice and focused. So get yourself ready. Make sure your back is nice and straight so that we can improve our posture at the same time. 60 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1. Off you go. And relax. Very well done. Stand up on your feet. Back into our attention stance. Excellent work, guys. So very well done. Hopefully you've enjoyed this week's class. Moving forward, the format will be the same every week. So we're going to try and do a warm-up and cool-down at the beginning and the end. We will try and go through a few core kicks, a few different techniques, and a different combination every week. That way we're always learning something new. And again, for those of you that are higher belts, this is going to be a very good opportunity for you to get to recap and practice and really master some of the techniques that you've been doing for some time. For those of us that are relatively new to this whole thing, it is going to be a very fantastic journey for you guys, because you're going to be learning pretty much something brand new every week, which is always going to be exciting. So very well done. Last thing we need to do, obviously, before we leave is to bow. So everybody bring heels together, arms to the side. Chariot, kungi. And give yourselves a massive round of applause. Very well done. Enjoy the rest of your week. There will be a workout video coming out tomorrow, working on our upper body. Make sure you get involved. We really want to try and push those press ups, get them out, really build up those muscles in our chest. We're going to be nice and strong whenever we're punching. Excellent work as always. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe, and I will see you next week for our next Taekwondo class. Take care. Really well done, guys, on completing this week's class. I hope you enjoyed it. The exercises in the first half of the lesson are really there to help you improve while we are stuck at home and we can't be in a hall teaching, and for you guys to be learning and for us to be seeing and being interactive. This way, you can still do all of these exercises and still really help improve your own abilities, your balance, your strength, your flexibility, and as well as all of your techniques just at home in a nice small space. So really well done. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you this time next week for our next class. Take care.